Perfect. Well, give me a sec. Again, I'm happy that we get to stream right now, but you know, I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. Login. So even for example, took a go, right? Don't blink, it's your boying. So sorry guys, we're filming another video in the background. You guys are doing well, upset, having a wonderful day. Welcome to 15th February 2025. Tokyo Ghoul Brigade Chains. So now we're gonna be continuing this for the follow. I'm gonna be continuing the Christmas, the Valentine Day event, which is actually pretty good. Because we're making a video, I kind of want to do a bit of chain campaign today. You see, I just started this and I'm like, fuck. I'm sorry guys, today's not a good day. I'm sorry. You know? Maybe I just been out to making videos out of the hole. I'm looking at gaming in itself, right? And I'm thinking about music and how music saved my life. I don't think a game saved my life. I think Majora's Mask was one of the games that really helped me stay alive, but some songs saved my life, right? Can I say the same thing for gaming? But I'm a gamer, right? I'm not a musician. Actually, really weird, a really weird emotion. So the evolution, but then again, I'm still gonna game, I'm still gonna stream, but it's just different. It's just different. You know, there's even a fear of right this for playing this because we're making videos. What if I'm playing games because I'm streaming? What if I wasn't streaming? Would I be playing games? I don't know. I have no freaking clue, and that is sad. Anyway, long enough video. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, sorry guys, we're in the middle of the video, so don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. This is doing website, having a wonderful day on this 15th February. Once again, not a super day, but at least we're playing Tokyo Ghoul, so we're good. Yeah, we're gonna do some Shane campaign because today I have a lot of videos to do. So we're gonna take our time with the gaming. It's gonna be fun. So without further ado, I have another one to do. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. We're doing well on this 15th February 2025. You can see that we have a wonderful sunlight. It's going to be a fun day. Today's special subject today is another video for the gaming channel, and it's Devil May Cry. I have a pimple. Want a puppet pimple with me live? Okay, cool. Let's freaking do it. We're gamers. Doesn't really matter, right? Pop a pimple live, baby. So yes, Devil May Cry. The reason why we're making a Devil May Cry video was because I didn't realize how much Devil May Cry meant to me until we played Devil May Cry Peak of Combat yesterday. Now I know a lot of people are gonna say this is a scam. This game is a scam. I'm not promoting the game, but it made me realize how much Devil May Cry meant to me, right? As a theory, I think Devil May Cry is the only series that I've loved completely. From the first game to the last game, right? From even the remake. But I did a video about Devil May Cry, but I never did a video about how I got into it. So Devil May Cry, well, actually it's funny. There's two games that happen the same thing. Okay, so the first video we're gonna do it very shortly. I know it's Devil May Cry, but it's Borderlands pre-sequel. I'm at my friend's house. We're playing Borderlands. I don't know what the name of the game is. I don't ask him, but it's a really fun game. And then later on, I end up looking for a game that was cheap to buy. I bought the SM collection that was $29 for 2 games. I was like, it's a lot of DLCs. I'm like, holy shit, that's awesome. And Borderlands 2 is probably the game that I played the most. So this is something that happened. With Devil May Cry, there's a very similar story. So I'm going to this daycare, and this daycare is phenomenal because the woman's in charge. She has kids, and they're in their 20s, right? And no, they're not in their 20s. They're possibly in high school, and I'm 6, 7 years old, right? So they're cool to me, and they're gamers. And I'm like, holy shit, it's possible to be cool and a gamer. My hairs are long, it's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. So I go in, and I'm in love with Zelda. Okay, out of time, Majora's Mask, right? I'm in love with it. So I continue and I continue and I continue, and I ask a guy, and one day he says, yo, I want to show you a game. And he showed me Devil May Cry 3. and he showed me the pizza, the restaurant scene, and I see the game and I see the graphics. I'm like, ugh, no, thank you, no, thank you, because now I moved on. I moved on to game like Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, oh, Kingdom Hearts is awesome. And then when we cry, pales in comparison, right? And it's weird because he plays this game and he's showing me how much he unlocked, and he unlocked everything, right? I'm like, okay, well, then unlock everything. What's the point of playing the game, right? And funny thing is, years later, I have this PS4. My father buys me a PS3. Sorry, and I'm looking for a game to buy. So there's not an eBay game in the machine where I live. There's not an eBay games. I don't drive. So we go to a store that's called The Source, which is really close to my house, which doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist. They replaced it. They sold it. Yeah, I bought a lot of foam there. I bought a lot of things there. Crazy. They replaced it for a vaccination center. Mm. So, hot chocolates too. Hot chocolate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, long story short, what ended up happening is I buy Devil May Cry 4. I'm like, holy shit, what a good game. And I fell in love with Devil May Cry 4. I fell in love with it. The general ambiance. And I gotta say, Devil May Cry 4, out of the whole series, is my favorite game. I love Nero. I love Nero. Like, to a point where you guys don't even understand. But the game in itself was so phenomenal. So you got this guy, and again, I'm gonna tell the story. You know what? I'm gonna tell the story of every single game. It's gonna be a very reverse story. But weirdly speaking, Devil May Cry 4 was the perfect game to start with. Because if you is the only game that doesn't have to do with the main storyline. So for example, right, you still look at the first one. Okay, so Devil May Cry. Second one, Devil May Cry. Third one, Devil May Cry. Fourth one, A Sanctuary. With Nero. Fifth one, Devil May Cry. Right? And it's amazing. And like, holy shit. So the fourth one, what I really enjoyed was the fact that it was a church, right? And it was a church, and you got this character called Nero. And he's going to the church, and he's defeating devil, right? And then you go to this, and the whole time you're hearing... I want to make you guys listen to it, because it's so good. Sorry, guys. We'll be right back. Okay, perfect. Because I think it adds a lot to the story. But basically you got Kyrie. You guys know Kyrie, right? Devil May Cry 4 song. But tomorrow, I don't know. No, that's not it. Prologue song with lyrics. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, this is the exact moment. I'm sorry to go, guys. I'm making a video. Look at this. So this is Nero. This is Kairi. Very Final Fantasy-esque. Right? And look at the voice. Just look at the voice. Dude. And you see Nero killing the devil. Right? Right? This is insane. This is insane. I'm sorry, guys. We're back. So all of this to say, I see the story and I see how good it is. You see it's darker now. I want to go out. I don't know why. I have this need to go outside. It's nuts. It's really nuts because it's fucking damaging. And then Devil May Cry 4 was also the story, and you meet Dante, and you know Dante's the hero of previous games. Because I didn't play the other Devil May Cry, I'm like, I know this is Dante. I don't know who Dante is. Right? I don't really know who he is. Like, okay. Then you finish the game and then you realize that it's a very emotional game. You realize that the good guys are actually the bad guys. That Dante was a good guy all along, right? And there's always this really good scene. Devil May Cry 4 to me is almost a perfect game. It's almost a perfect game. So, and it's nuts because, okay, so let's start with the first one. Good. Perfect. So the first one, and the whole game is between Nero and Dante. And Nero has his Devil Bringer arm, right? Which is a demon arm, and you don't know where it's from. And he's absorbing power through that arm. Versus Dante, who does the same kind of him, right? And he's getting weapons from these bosses, you know. And I want to make sure that there's volume there, because that way you record the volume too. And just a beautiful game. And you have those two main characters that are both gaining strength and both defeating demon, right? And the coolest thing is the first one is Nero comes in and he beats some of the devil, right? And then you got Dante at the end finishing them, which is actually really cool. And you're like, holy shit, that's crazy. And then the whole time you're wondering why the Sunkists are cold. He's a bad guy, right? But my favorite part is the final boss. The final boss is a fucking angel. He looks like an angel. He's a devil, but he looks like an angel. And there's always this scene where Dante's like, yo, this is your turn, kid. And it's Nero. I just fell in love with that, right? I just fell in love with that. Then I played the first one, which I really, really enjoyed. And the funniest thing about it is, I played the fourth one, and I bought the third one. Okay, so this is not true. We have one game. Okay, so I didn't buy a tree. I bought the one game that has a tree on it. So we have the first one, the second one, the third one, right? And I really enjoyed those games. And I remember them being one of the first things I streamed. And I never played those games before. And I never played those games before. Once again, never played those games before. And it's one of the first ones I streamed. And I fell in love with that. And I fell in love with the Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3. Then they released a Devil May Cry remake, and I actually really enjoyed the game. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy that game, but I did enjoy that game. We had a story. We had the backstory of Dante and Virgil, and we had the reason why Virgil's an asshole, the reason why Dante is nice, right? You had the reason why he's a devil. You have the Devil Bringer. You have the reason his parents got together. There's Nephilim, right? Between Angel and Devil, you have a Mundus, which is again the main bad guy and the first game. So it's actually a really good remake, right? And you got a really good way of doing this, right? And even then, Devil May Cry remake, the thing that it does the best, because we're gonna go with all of this title, right? And I'd say why it's such an important to me. The thing that it does best is it shows the real world and show how it's influenced by the devil. One of my favorite things is there's a drink called virility, and it's actually poison. It's actually poison. So people are drinking it, it's actually poison, right? But there's something that's amazing, right? So the remake was actually good. The remake, I think the story is great. There's some long part. There's some part that feels long a little bit. This is a really good game, and you get the weapons. You get some of the weapons from your father. You get some of the weapons from your mom. You play as Dante, which is super cool. You play as a younger Dante, which is a badass. It's a really, really good game. And ultimately speaking, the combat system is actually really cool. The first game is where I start having problems. But again, the first game is a PS1 game. The first one, it didn't age well. There's graphic problems. But at the same time, it's such a beautiful game. You got Dante, and he's helping this girl called Trish. And Trish, he helps her because she looks like his mom. Right? Right? And it's such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing because, like, you understand why he's helping her. Because she looks like his mom, right? And his mom, she betrays him, and she betrays him, and she betrays him. And Dante still helps her, right? And just the way it finishes. The last thing he says is he has this business for killing demons, right? For killing devil. And there's no name for killing devil. And it's such a powerful moment of, at the end it says, devil never cry. And it's the devil may cry. It's beautiful. And it's because it's Dante that cries. That the devil never cry. Right? It's a beautiful thing. But when you hear the title "Devil May Cry," it's like it's a kind of like a not necessarily aggressive, but somewhat aggressive. But the sun is not strong. There's a lot of cloud outside, I guess. It's kind of aggressive. Devil May Cry is in my book was I'll fuck you up so bad you're gonna cry, right? The second one, naturally, one of the weakest. There's this whole story about a island. You're supposed to go there, but it doesn't. It does feel like Dante it doesn't feel like Devil May Cry. It feels like Dante on a story, on a side quest, right? But then again, those games are beautiful because those games are they're fucking amazing in the sense that they're an hour and a half, 2 hours and a half, and they're super quick. So when I first started streaming, I was looking at those games as the small playthrough. The reason as to why is because as a small content creator, I wanted to do, okay, you know what I want to have as much game as possible finished, so that way people that are listening. So for example, right, you can do a playthrough like Skyrim, that's 120 parts, that takes you 120 hours. If somebody doesn't like Skyrim, then they tell about the channel. However, if you have multiple games, then they'll check you out for other games. That's the plan, right? Devil May Cry 2, I don't remember in which one it is. Devil May Cry 2 felt a lot weaker, but one of my favorite bosses in both of them, I don't remember which one it is. There's like a dragon head and it's throwing a fireball, and you have to use your sword and you have to throw them like a baseball. And for a previous game, really hard to do. Devil May Cry 3 is for me one of the first, and again, is the game that the guy showed me. Is an amazing game. Devil May Cry 3, in my opinion, is my favorite. Gonna be the okay. So it's gonna be the fourth, right? The third, right? The remake, right? Fifth and one. Fifth, 1 and 2. Once again, 4, 3, remake, 5, 1, and 2. That is 6 games, guys. 6 fucking games. The third one is so good in my opinion. The fourth one was the better one because the story is as good. Well, technically speaking, I think the story in the third one is actually really good. And it's amazing. But the story of the third, it's just amazing to do things that I had a little problem with. So you got two main characters in the third one, which is Virgil and Dante. So Dante comes in, he's like, yo, your brother Virgil did something bad. He woke my tower of demons, right? And Dante's like, why did he do that, right? And then you fight, and then he asks Virgil, why are you doing what he's doing? And Virgil is, in my book, he's one of the perfect demon. One of the perfect antagonists. There's a reason why people like Virgil so much. There's the people like Virgil so much, and the reason is actually quite simple. So basically, what you expect, by the way, basically, Dante is made from a book called Dante's Inferno, and in that book, Virgil is the guide, is the person that guides him in a lot of cases, right? That's also important to understand. That's also important to see. Good. Now we had the second part. The second part being that Virgil acts like a guide, but in the game, he's also acting like a guide, right? So Dante and Virgil, and it's really, really, really powerful. This is why I love Devil May Cry so much. It's really powerful in the sense that in the first game, right, you have this character called Dante. You don't know who he is, you don't know what he does. If you take the remake, you understand that, okay, well, guess what? We know why Virgil is who he is. We know why he is. He got betrayed. Virgil saw himself as the leader of the world. A leader because he was Nephilim. He was neither... So, the way he sees things, Virgil... So, you're supposed to understand... you're supposed to kind of choose between Dante and Virgil. Virgil's like, yo, these people, these humans need to be ruled. Better than us, me and you, Dante, because we're both angel and we're both devil, right? So we're in the perfect of balance, right? And Dante's like, no, human needs to choose for themselves. Human needs to be the one that chooses which path they want to get, right? Which is why they're different. Then the third one, you see that Virgil, because he got betrayed, Virgil understands that he's not gonna get the world to himself. As long as somebody like Dante is. He wants to get stronger. So he summons the tower of the demon, and he gets manipulated to do so. He gets manipulated by a demon. I don't remember the name of the demon, but he gets manipulated. I think it's Mundus too, but I'm not sure. And it's funny because the very first scene, and this is such a blessing, and it's such a blessing to see. The very first scene, and it's one of my favorite scenes. I even do a clip of it. I even did a clip of it. So I'm not gonna show you because I'm playing Tokyo Ghoul, and the people I wanna give them Tokyo Ghoul, you know. So basically what happened is they fight, right? And Dante loses that fight. And Dante gets to get the amulet, which is the key to the door, to the other realm. And Dante gets killed. He doesn't get killed because he's immortal. So Virgil continue, right? And this is the exact perfect representation of Devil May Cry. So in the first remake, you get a character called Kat. Kat is a human that's helping Virgil. She has a link between, she's able to link the demon world and the human world, right? And because she's able to do that, she's able to defeat the demon there. So there's a moment in the end where Virgil, you see that Kat's in danger and he doesn't help her. It's like, well, fuck you, too bad. And Dante's like, what are you doing, dude? And this is the reason why Dante understands that Virgil is not a good guy. He's the reason why Dante starts second guessing Virgil. Like, should I trust you? Right? And the nicest part about the third one is the same thing happened. So the demon that controls Virgil has a daughter. That daughter is called Lady. I'm not, she has a name, but I call her Lady because Dante calls her Lady. And Lady is trying to stop her father, right? And Dante helps her. And she's like, I don't want you to help you, fucking devil. Like, we don't have a choice. I'm gonna help you no matter what. So the story continues. And then what ended up happening is she ends up thinking that Dante's a nice guy. And she's helping him. And then you got Virgil, who it just got fooled, dude. It just got fooled. The nicest part about the game is you see the two characters and they're in the same tower. One of my favorite games as a kid was, really speaking, GBA to the memories. Sticking in my heart. So again, we have the two characters, Sora and Riku. Riku's embraced darkness, but then he's trying to redeem himself. And Sora is trying to help Riku. Right? So what ends up happening is you got two paths. And that first path is Sora trying to help his friend, and Riku trying to save himself. Right? So on paper, Sora is a good guy, but Riku's still trying to do something. See, Virgil's trying to do something good. You truly believe that he's the ruler. It doesn't mean that he's gonna be an asshole. He doesn't mean it. In the fifth one, he becomes an asshole, and that's how we see it. But yeah, so what ended up happening, which is a really good story, is that Dante gets destroyed in the third one, and there's this scene where he's jumping on the tower, and he's going down, and he's running like Goku, and it's just such a badass scene. It's really a badass game. And yeah, so the third one is actually phenomenal. Narratively speaking, it's the best game. Narratively speaking. See, the fourth one is good. The fourth one is good, but the fourth one is, there's a little mistake that they do. So the fourth one is the beginning of the fourth one is amazing. Dante is possibly a villain, okay? And we've seen that Dante's a villain, and we think that Dante's a villain. Now they do a mistake. About halfway through the game, they make a big mistake. They show that the guild are actually bad guys. And to me, this reveal is way too early. Let me ask myself the question, is Dante a good guy a bit more? And because you see that, every time that Nero comes in and he talks about the guild, you know, he's being fooled. And to me, it's better that you're questioning who's the right guy. The fourth one I already talked about. The fourth one, okay, let's talk about the narrative, so we didn't talk about the narrative. The fourth one, once again, we got a guild and they're demon, and they're trying to open the demon world. Once again, we're trying to summon the demon, because they understand that there's certain the demons, and they'll still have a place, right? And they have Nero, even though that he has his arm, and they're making like studies on him, right? Which is really cool. And the funny thing about the cult is they each have a demon side, which is fantastic. The fifth one, I'm gonna be honest and say I did like it. So the story is amazing. The story is really cool. So you get Nero once again, and Nero at the end, he loses his arm, right? He lost his arm. Every time you have to beat a demon, once again you get a new power. So and you'll get a power from that beast. And there's another girl, I don't remember her name, but she'll craft a weapon for you. She'll craft a weapon for you, she'll craft an arm for you. So you're able to have like 25 arms. Story-wise is amazing. So once again, we have this character called Illusion, which is the devil, the worship of the devil. And he completely conquers the world, right? He even eats apples, and he becomes super strong, right? I think it's a reference to the Garden of Eden, but I'm not sure. That's fucked, bro. I was supposed to go out. I would have loved to go out. Fuck. You know? And it's odd. It's odd. It sucks because the fifth one has such potential, and then you meet this character called V, and I don't like V. V comes in and he's basically beating Dante's Inferno, which is really cool. And V comes in and is like, oh, I need your help, I need your help, I need your help. the story of V and Virgil is fantastic. The story is actually really good. You get those demon, and it's kind of cool because you can tell that Dante and Virgil as really Dante and Nero has really spent time together, because Nero's a bit more like Dante, he's a bit more badass versus a good person. Well, not a good person, but a good soldier. He's more like Dante, right? And what ends up happening is the first thing that you do when you're in the game is you play as Dante and you go beat Eruzen, and Eruzen is too strong. So then Dante, what ends up happening, he's like, yo, no matter what, I'll beat him. So he stays in the underworld and he's stuck. So you have to play with Nero and V. And V, what is the cool thing about V is he's a shitty character, but he has a really cool thing. So he ends up more and more being weak and weaker and weaker. Then you realize that V is actually part of Virgil. So it's a human part of Virgil. So Virgil, in his quest to get strength, when we remember that Virgil was an angel and a devil, he chose the devil's side, right? So which he became, this is why he's Eruzen. So the more he's able to kill V, the more he's able to embrace that darkness, right? And then the coolest thing is, and I really enjoyed the fifth one. I'm gonna tell you why I don't fucking like it. I hate the fifth one. I hate it. There's a reason for that, but I'll tell you after. So, what ends up happening is, it's odd. It's really odd. It's really odd. So what ends up happening is, we fight it, and then we realize that Virgil is Eruzen. And then we realize that Nero is the son of Virgil. So Nero's like, hey, guess what? I want to be with you, right? And once again, we got the entire recipe, but Devil May Cry is so well written. It's so well written. So what ended up happening, we have a problem. So it's again Dante versus Virgil, right? Until Nero gets involved, right? And that's the best thing. That's the best fucking thing. So Virgil getting involved, he's able to separate the two. And the nice thing about Dante and Virgil is they told Nero, this is your turn now. So Dante sacrificed himself. He sacrificed himself in time, okay? So he's like, okay, well, I know that it's very similar to Goku and Vegeta if you think about it. Goku being able to maintain the evil Vegeta, which then they replaced with Frieza, right? Because Vegeta becomes a good person. But more so than that, it's the fact that you can understand that Virgil will stop. Like, okay, well, I'll fight him. I'll follow him, and I'll fight him. So they're going to the underworld, and they're deciding to fight together until the very end of time. And then we got Nero that take care of it. The reason why I don't find the game is actually super simple is that in microtransaction. So in the main game, what was really cool about the combat system, and again, we're going to talk about the combat system later on, but the better you did, the better you end up doing. It's a very hard game to play. Now, it was based on skill. This is basically a get good, right? And then the fifth one, they had it. You can buy life, you can buy potion, you can buy with money revive. But it wasn't a question of skills, which is actually stupid. Now, the combat system is actually quite simple to resume, to recap. So what happened is, the better you fight, so the more weapon you use, the more different moves you use, the better is your score. So you go from D to SSSS, which is smoking, super smoking sexy, SSSS. And what is really cool about that is the better you do, the more red orbs you get. The more red orbs you get, the more you can upgrade a character. The worse you do, the less red orbs, the less you can upgrade a character. So then what ended up happening at the end of the game, the more you upgrade a character, the easier it is. But if you didn't upgrade a character, you kind of fucked, right? So you had a motivation to actually go and get the higher score. So it was a really good game. And Devil May Cry, once again, it's such a series. It's the first game series that I played that I really enjoyed. So I'm going to tell you about other games. I'm going to tell you about Final Fantasy. Do I like the whole entirety of Final Fantasy? No. There's a lot of things I dislike. Do I like the old Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts would have been my first series that I would have loved. I'm going to be honest and say I love Chain of Memories. I love 358 Days. I love the first one. I love Bird by Sleep. I love the second one. I didn't like Dream Drop Distance, and I didn't like the third one. I don't play the series. Zelda, I haven't played the series. Pokemon, I haven't played the series. Tell me another one. Borderlands, I didn't like Tiny Tina. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would have loved the series completely. I love Pre-Sequel, I love the second one, I love the first one, I love the third one. I don't like Tiny Tina. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I did like the Borderland. Sorry. That was probably the only series that I ever fucking loved from beginning to an end. And that's your video. Love guys, take it easy. Peace. Ouch. Okay, let's go.
匂い変わってるね。残念。次は僕の殺しに来なさい。手応えないな。殺しに来なさい。次は僕の匂い変わってるね。地獄で待つな。残念。手応えないな。殺しに来なさい。残念。殺しに来なさい。私は悪だ。手応えないな。殺しに来なさい。私は悪だ。匂い変わってるね。いや。
Okay. No, you know what?
さこへさに下道をする。
Good. Good.
黙れ。試し切りです。黙れ。残念。黙れ。試し切りです。開けとけ。痛い。もっと手応えが欲しいです。
Oh no.
そろそろかな。楽しみだな。
殺せ。お前だけは。
そろそろかな。
食ってみろよ。てめえ。
Okay.
殺せ。逃がさん。
そろそろかな。楽しみだな。
食ってみろよ。
強かったか。
食ってみろよ。逃がさん。殺せ。逃がさん。
そろそろかな。楽しみだな。
食ってみろよ。食ってみろよ。手応えねえの。
おとなしくくたばんな。ワンワン。
次はもっと強めでいい。
残念。
退屈。
わきまえて彼女。
おとなしくくたばんな。
どけ。どけ。
退屈。
わきまえて
退屈。
残念。彼女。
おとなしくくたばんな。
どけ。残念。わきまえて彼女。彼女。
おとなしくくたばんな。
残念。
退屈。
わきまえてるわきまえてる残念勝手を振る舞えるのは強者の権利だよ
So close.
匂い変わってるね食ってみろよ殺しに来なさいいや手応え
Don't blink. It's your blink. I know I'm using the mirror app. Go figure why. Well, I do know why. Today, I was listening to Kid Boga, my favorite streamer. I said my favorite streamer. I said for every single other streamer, you can't compete, bro. You can't compete. I'm in a really good mood today because we're talking about Telltale. Now, what inspired this story is he was talking about the dark tragedy of Dark Plagueis the Wise, which is a reference to Star Wars, which is actually funny because it's talking to his camera. It's a whole story. You want me to recap it? Okay, I'll recap it. No problem, I got you. Get Boga a scam maker, so he's gonna call it scammer, right? And those scammers won't have the same culture. Well, not the same culture, but let's just say there's a lot of fan of Star Wars in India. Maybe there is, maybe I don't know. What am I saying? Google search that. Not the same thing. Inky, that's bad, bro. That's bad, bro. That's bad. We basically talk about Dark Plagueis the Wise. My ears are out of control today. And the funny thing with that is, like, they don't know what it is. So I was like, okay, do I know a tragedy that I can do? And the only thing that I know is the Telltale Studio. So first of all, we're going to talk about my Telltale experience, why I love those games so much, and then we're going to be talking about why they weren't the same. So, fun fact, my first Telltale experience was during my first depression at 22 years old. I went to the Walmart to get some junk food, and I saw that they had the Telltale game. And it was a fucking mess, because it was Batman. And I didn't realize that you needed Wi-Fi to upload, to download the 5 fucking episode. Like, oh no, so I only played the first episode, which was like an hour long. I was like, what am I supposed to do now? I was playing games non-stop back in the days. Back in the days, the good days. And my first experience with Telltale, truly disappointing. My first experience with Telltale wasn't that though. My first experience with Telltale was PewDiePie playing Walking Dead. Yeah, which is possibly my favorite Telltale story. But there's a reason why I love Telltale so much, right? So the fun fact is, I'm a gamer, true and true. You guys know that. I don't have to repeat myself, but if I did, I'm a gamer, right? And I was working, and at work I like to hide a little music. There's music that I'm hiding? No, probably because I'm hiding music and you can't see it. So I like to hide music, and what I like to do was gaming. I like to do podcasts, and I like to do music. I was like, well, now what can I listen to? Because I'm done with podcasts. I'm burned out on podcasts. I'm burned out on music. What can I do? I started listening full video games. Most video games, they have full movie cutscenes. Therefore, you take a game like Final Fantasy 12, which has a 13 hours movie cutscene, which is phenomenal. I have to go bathroom. Again with the bathroom, guys. Holy. But I'm gonna take you with me. Because we need to download a video.
楽しみだ
Yeah, I need to go bathroom. See what I'm gonna do here. That's perfect. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna stop the video here. I'm gonna go bathroom and I'll be right back.